Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me once again. I appreciate you stopping by. Today, we're going to be talking about Wwe 2K17. Now, I know it's kind of early. It's still like, it's May, so June, July, August, September, October. We're still 5 months out from 2K17, but little bits of news and rumors and information, like this is the time of year when all that stuff starts. So I figured, you know what? I want to talk about some stuff because, as everybody knows, 2K16 is a pretty big part of this channel. So because of that, I have some thoughts about 2K17 and some things I want to talk about, wish lists, you know, do's and don'ts, roster ideas, all that kind of stuff. But today I want to start with 5 features that I think need to return in 2K17 to kind of start bringing this franchise back to glory, if you will. So let's talk about it right now. 5 things I think need to come back. Number 5, Backstage Brawls. One of the most enjoyable features of any wrestling game that I've ever played. I'm thinking back to, this game is probably going to come up a lot, but I'm thinking back to SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain. One of the best wrestling games of all time. And one of the best features about that was the fact that you could go backstage and into the offices and the garage area and all this other stuff and fight in these awesome looking areas. And it kind of separates these fights from what happens in the ring, because what happens in the ring sometimes can be, you know, one-dimensional. You know, you're confined to the ropes and to the surrounding area, but when you're backstage, you can go, like I said, in the garage, in the office, in the locker room, and all these different places, and it really just, it adds a completely new element to the game. It's a lot more fun. It's a lot less realistic, obviously, and I know that that's one of the big driving forces behind wrestling games today is like realism. It's got to be realism. And I get that, but at the same time, you need to have elements that make the game fun. And I think the Backstage Brawls and the arena fights made those games fun, and it added just such a cool element that I think needs to come back, hopefully, for 2K17. I know it was in the old gen versions of the previous games, but come on. Number 4, General Manager Mode. Some people might not agree with me, but I think, you know, with the draft coming up and splitting the rosters again, I think it'd be a really cool element to bring back because it gives you such of a more in-depth control over the show. You know, do you want a match? You want 4 matches and a promo and then another match, or do you want to go match promo, and you can put like little different things in there, and you got to watch your profits and you got to watch your merchandise, see who's getting cheered, see who's getting booed, you know, choose where the shows are at, just full control over the shows, kind of like a juiced up universe mode. Because universe mode is good, but I think having that general manager mode in there as an alternative could be a lot of fun also. Number 3! I've been talking about this for I don't know how long. Special referee match. I have had some of the most fun in old wrestling games with the special referee feature. Having one of my friends on one side, one of my friends on the other, and me being the special referee and being able to control the pace of the match. If I want a fast count, if I want a slow count, it's such like a little feature. Like it's not gonna make or break a game by any means if it's in there or not. But it's such a fun feature. You can mess with your friends. You know, you can absolutely control. The referee is probably the most important person in the ring. There's 3 in a one-on-one match. There are 3 people in the ring. There aren't 2 people in the ring. There's 3 people in the ring, and one of those people is the referee, and his job is of the utmost importance. No one would win and no one would lose if it wasn't for the referee. So being able to control that element of the match is such, oh my god, like I'm thinking back to when I used to do that and it was so much friggin' fun. Needs to come back. Number 2, create a finisher. I really thought this was gonna be a 2K16. You had create a show, create an arena, create a championship, create all this kind of stuff, but no, create a finisher. That's one of the coolest features that hasn't been in a wrestling game. It wasn't in last year. Was it in 2K14? I didn't play a lot of 2K14, so I honestly can't tell you if it was in 2K14. I'm sure you guys can tell me. But man, that's such an awesome feature, letting you create your own finisher, whether it's for your character or you just want to give a superstar a different moveset or a different finisher. You can combine all these different types of moves together, just create this ridiculous, over-the-top, overpowered finishing maneuver. Just, come on. It has to come back. Lots of people have been begging for it, so I hope we see that in 2K17. Finally, number one. Everybody says it, and I know it's a stretch, and I know that it's a long shot, but create a damn story. Story designer, or I'll even take like just a highlight reel, like a theater mode type thing. Like, we don't even need a full-fledged story mode or story creator, story designer. As awesome as that would be, probably not happening in 2K17. That's just like, it just thinking about it logically, probably not going to happen in 2K17. Maybe in the future, but not this next game. So at least like a highlight reel, or like I said, a theater mode, or something where you can watch back your matches, or just like have free control of the camera, and create these cool little highlight clips and little bonus videos. You know, you can put your Titantron videos together with it. You can create content for YouTube, which so many people would do. If you say, oh, I'm trying to remember the guy's name. I feel like such an asshole, I can't think of his name. I think it's Shady, I think his name is. He creates the edited videos for NBA 2K. He puts really, really sick clips together, all that stuff. Like, do you know how many people would do that for the WWE game? You know how many, like, I would use the shit out of that. I would use that so much. And the career modes and new verse modes would be so crazy because you can add in your own little cutscenes. You can be creative with the content. And even if you're not a YouTuber, just creating these little highlights and putting your own footage together is another cool feature to have. It's been there in the past, and I think it needs to be back in some way, shape, or form. If it's not a story creator, it's got to be some sort of way to manipulate the footage that you get, or use pieces of your matches, something. You guys know what I'm talking about. I'm sure 2K knows what I'm talking about. So hopefully it's something we see in some form or fashion in 2K17. So those are probably my top 5 things that I would like to see return in 2K17. Now, I have a completely separate wish list as far as things that, you know, haven't maybe been there before or whatever. So this is just features that have been around in wrestling franchises that I want to see back. This isn't like a top to bottom wish list, but I will do that if you guys want to see it. Hit that thumbs up button as hard as you possibly can. I appreciate your support. I got more 2K17 stuff coming your way. I'm going to be talking about that quite a bit. A lot of great stuff going on right now. Career mode, as a lot of people know, is coming to an end on this channel. A series that I know a lot of you enjoy. If you're watching this video, you probably watch a lot of my other wrestling videos, and you know, your support on that series has been amazing. But all good things, as they say, must come to an end. So the story of Chris Danger in the WWE is starting to I don't know what the word is, dwindle off? Not dwindle off, it's not dwindling, but it's like, it's coming to an end. It's ending. So I want to talk about what I'm doing next for wrestling fans, wrestling related, but I don't want to give it away. So all I'll say is that if you enjoyed 2K15 career mode and what happened after 2K15 career mode ended, you might enjoy what happens after 2K16 career mode ends. That's all I'm saying. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what features you would like to see return in 2K17. I appreciate you stopping by, and I'll see you soon.